Good morning, y'all. Good morning. And yes, your girl's up early. That's a sign that things are slowly getting back to normal. Happy New Year's Eve to you. Happy New Year's Eve. Um, I'm coming on to say a few important things. The first one is please keep all of our Australian friends in your prayers. The fire has really, I gotta watch my hand movement. The video is freezing every time I move my hand too fast, so I'm moving it out of frame. Fires have ravaged through that country. A month ago or so, I think it's about a month ago, I asked Alicia how she was doing with the fire situation. At that point, it was nowhere near her. And today, folks, her town is no longer, they can't even evacuate. And it is directly impacted um, by this fire, and there are safety concerns, and they are on lockdown. And so is Heavenly Imagining in her hospital. She's on lockdown. So please keep all of our Australian friends in your prayers for their safety, for the safety of their family and friends. Also, it's going to radically impact their vegetation, their wildlife, their natural resources. This is a really serious situation. And as Heavenly Imagining said, she said it very nicely, which is we need rain, not floods. We don't need another natural disaster, but keep thoughts of rain in your head for them. They need lots of rain and lots of prayers, because this fire has just gone on and ravaged through that country. And the devastation is incredible. So keep everyone in your thoughts. If you don't pray, then send well wishes for them, or good energy thoughts for Australia, rain thoughts for Australia, because we want this fire to cease if possible. People in California better understand wildfires. Those of us in New York or in Florida don't get it in the same way, but it's a serious risk in a way that I think it's like natural disaster risk in a way we don't always appreciate. And this situation in Australia has reminded us how dangerous this can be for everybody. On a less frightening note, it is New Year's Eve, and I bet lots of you have plans, so I wanted to come on early and say Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. It's an exciting thing, every day. A really great friend said yesterday that every day is a chance we get to make a decision about our life. Every single day. Isn't that an amazing thing? I've thought about that ever since she said it yesterday, and I believe this too. It's like every day I wake up, I get to make a choice on what kind of day it's going to be, and what kind of life I lead, and what choices I make. And that's a gift. That's every day we get that chance. And I try not to waste mine. I try. There are days I waste it. I gotta tell you, I'm human. There are days I waste it. I feel like the last 4 days I'm in a fog. My husband has been very patient with me. At first when I was upset, I used all my good energy for cleaning, and that was good, and reorganizing. But like the last 24 hours, I have crafty mess all over. I have not been my best self. And I'm forgetting things. I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, do you ever get that feeling where you wake up in the middle of the night and you forgot something? Well, this morning I woke up like that, and I was like, what did you forget? And I realized I forgot one thing. I wrote it down, and I was like, don't forget to do that this morning. And then I had another thought, and I remembered last night while I was talking to somebody, and I was talking to my mom right after, because she's having a small procedure today. And I'm not there for the first time, and it makes me anxious. So I was talking to her on the phone, and she's telling me, don't worry, it's going to be fine, and I'm worrying. I had my laundry in, and I'd asked my husband to go get it. We don't have in-house sweet laundry here. This is not like a fancy, guys, in case you're I have no problem sharing that with you. This is not like a fancy place. It's not like that at all. I really am here because of my health, and so it also had to be cost effective. But we have a shared laundry on our floor, and we have a rule that you don't do laundry after 8 p.m. And everyone in my building is really nice and super lovely and very rule observant. And I honor those rules. And we just forgot. We totally just forgot. I forgot. I'm normally the one that reminds him of things like this. I totally forgot last night. So this morning, my building is always busier at 7 a.m. than it is at like 9 or 10 p.m. It quiets down here really early. So I go this morning because I remember that we left the laundry. And it's like a walk of shame, folks. People are already up going out for their morning walk, or they're up going to play pickleball or something like that. And there's Alicia going to get her laundry that she left overnight in the laundry room. Oh my goodness, it was embarrassing. Anyway, I got it. I went to get it, and someone had already taken it out of the dryer because they were clearly already doing laundry. And I was like, oh, walk of shame, girl. So at least until my head is back to normal, I need to write things down because I'm forgetting things. Clearly, I am forgetting things. So I'm thinking before I begin the new year tomorrow, and since I get a fresh start today and I am clearly forgetting things, I'm going to try to sit down and make a list of everything I need to do. all the last little minute details that I need to take care of before the new year starts. I've done some of the gift cards for the challenge. I need to finish that. Birthday, I've got stuff I've got to finish. So I'm going to make a little list to make sure I'm organized, because clearly this girl's head is not where it should be. And until then, I got to put in a plan, because this friend is really smart, and it's true. Every day we get a chance to fix that. So I was like, girl, you better fix that. So that's what I'll be doing today before. I'm actually going to go with the bestie for breakfast. We decided there's this really cute little place nearby that has a $2.99, $3 breakfast special. And so we're going to go there this morning together to celebrate the new year. And that's a really nice thing to do together. My husband and I did not make any plans for tonight. We often have people over, like my aunt and the bestie, but we just decided this year it's going to be low key. It's been a rough couple of months in terms of emotions, and so I think my husband was like, okay, we're going to ring it in together, which is actually really sweet. We'll watch the ball drop. I'll make a fancy dinner. And by fancy, I mean my husband likes to eat and I like to cook, so I'll make like a two-person thing. It'll be complicated, but it won't be like restaurant fancy. It'll just be a lot of dishes that he likes to eat, especially since we ordered in that Chinese yesterday. So I'll be eating those leftovers for lunch because I'm the one who over-ordered, but I'll be making a nice supper for him tonight. And I also have not forgotten that Marilyn Sweetwater Cards asked where I got those two amazing dies from. One was the large envelope die, so I looked that up, Marilyn. At least I didn't forget that. And that is from a store I've never ordered from before. I had to look it up to actually get you the right name of the store. It's called the Good Craft Store. Is that what it's called? Hold on, let me look here. I think that's what it's called, Marilyn. Anyway, I'm putting the link for you down below for both of them so that you have it and you can just click through to the item. I did notice that it's a little more expensive now. It was originally almost $12, that die for the large envelope, and now it's being reduced to $7 and change. I bought it for a little less because Ali had a mini sale, but that mini sale is no longer on. So it's now $7 and change. But you'll see when you click through the link for the large envelope. And I will say, folks, it cuts beautifully. It cuts beautifully. So I'm so happy with that die. And I cannot believe how many pieces it came with. Like, it was an impressive set of die. Like, I've never ordered from the store before. And I can't speak to any of their other dies, but this one was great. And then the Memdex die, I will put below that, Marilyn, so you have it. And again, this is not a store I normally order from, but a nice first experience. So at least I can speak to that die. And what else can I share? I need to obviously also update my planner. School is starting, so there's like a lot of lesson planning going on, and that has to go on. And I have, as I said, I got to do some crafty cleanup because the husband's been very good about the last 24 hours, but I got to get this place in order. He's going fishing today, which I think is great. It's supposed to be our first day of sun in like 12 days. We've had the opposite. You know, we've had the rain Australia needs. So it's supposed to be sunny, so hopefully he'll enjoy fishing. The bestie and I will enjoy having breakfast together, which is a really nice way to ring in the new year. And talking about things we've learned this year, and boy, have I learned tons, and how we apply those lessons. I want to thank everybody for all of their very, very sweet check-ins. I'm sorry I'm not more of a phone person, guys. I guess, as Pat says, we have spoonfuls and there's only so much energy I have. And phone calls eat up a ton of my energy. They just do. My mom will tell you that. Like, I call my mom almost every day, if not every day. I try to call her every day. And the truth is, I have to save the call for when I know I have more energy. One phone call for me can be very draining. It just is. I don't know why I don't like the phone. I just never have liked it. So I wish I was more of a phone person, because I know, for instance, it's really hard for Pat to type. And so I get worried on days like yesterday when I'm low energy and I just don't have it in me to do a phone call. I just don't have it in me because I had already scheduled another phone call and I can't do like 3 phone calls or 4. I just can't. I feel bad because then I know Pat's going to strain her eyes to text me, and I don't want her straining anything for anything. I just wish that I was better at phone calls. I guess that's what I'm saying. But I'm not. I'm just not. They take away tons of my energy for some reason. And lately I'm just learning how to better manage that energy. So sometimes I have to say, no, I can't. And that's tough because I want to. But I want to say thank you because so many of you have checked in, and it was really gracious of you. It was really gracious, and I so appreciated it. I really, really, really appreciated it. And we're hopefully going to be moving forward with a new year and a new start and a chance to take a step forward in a different way and to learn from everything from the past. And I think that is an amazing gift. I'm grateful that I get that each and every day. I'm glad that we each get that every day. It's just up to us whether we take advantage of it. And I know that I try every day to live my best life, every day. And sometimes I fail. I told you, the last 24 hours, crafty mess. And I know it bugs the husband, and he's been really supportive. So while he's fishing, I gotta take care of that today. But I'm grateful that I can always correct that, right? So I have today to correct that. I don't have to make the same mistakes as yesterday. I get to choose that I can change that outcome today. And I think that is amazing. Sometimes with autoimmune, just like with all illness, all chronic illness, the frustration is you don't always have the energy. Some days when I want to get a ton of stuff done, because mentally I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I've got the list, I'm ready. Physically, I don't have the energy to blow through the kind of list that I put together. Chris and I were having a good laugh about that yesterday. We really were. Sometimes we have very ambitious lists, and not because of anyone else, because of ourselves, because we want to support people's challenges, or we want to support people in the community, and we have friendships in our day-to-day lives that really matter, that we're trying to be extra supportive of, and we put tons of pressure on ourselves. And the truth is, no one has these deadlines on us but us. And sometimes we just don't have the time or the energy. And that makes me think, like, when I'm putting together these lists for myself, maybe I have to learn that I can't always put so much on that plate. So you see, I'm learning from every day. Again, fresh start every day to make those changes. And that's an amazing gift. So lots of thinking and reflection going on, which I think is part of New Year's Eve, and also is celebrating. So I hope whatever you're doing tonight, that you are surrounded by people that love you. I hope that you feel very festive, and you feel hopeful and buoyant for the new year. That's what I really hope for you. And that, you're thinking about your life and the things that you want out of it, and the people you care about in your life. And, at the end of the day, folks, stuff just doesn't matter, right? It's just stuff. It really is just stuff. Stuff can't give you a hug. Even my beloved fabric tack can't hug me. So, if we lost all of our stuff, we'd be fine. If we lost everyone we cared about, we wouldn't be fine. So I've been thinking about that too. My love of people is the thing that always drives me. It's the thing that got me in trouble, but it's also the thing that drives me. And I think it was Lizzie who said, you can't hurt if you don't love. I think she said something like that. It was very eloquent, actually. And I think that's true. I think that people are always going to matter to me more than anything else. And even things that are hurtful won't change that. But I can be smarter. I can be smarter about how I deal with myself, and because I care about people, how I deal for everybody else here, right? I can be smarter. I can learn. And, Crafty Michelle also said some very wise things about blind loyalty, which I've given tons of thought to these last few days. And it's not good when you're blind to anything. And, also Crafty Michelle made a really good point that we should all heed moving into the new year. People who are real never get defensive when you ask them questions, because they're happy to share, right? And it's true. Maybe too freely, but it's true. And that's something to keep in mind for the new year. All sorts of good reflections. That's what's come out. Lots of good reflections, lots of positive thoughts. And I love that blank slate every day, because that just means I can try again today to be a better person. So I hope whatever resolutions you're making, I hope they're achievable, because that's important. We don't want to set ourselves up. I hope they're achievable. I hope you have as much community support and friend support and family support to realize them. And I hope that you get a new slate every morning, and you do your best to take advantage of it. I hope that for each of us, because I think that just makes the world a better place. You're the lawnmower, I told you, first thing in the morning, busier here than 9 o'clock at night. All right, y'all. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's Eve. All right, see you later. Bye for now.